is the 2025 Mini John Cooper Works Convertible. It's got 228 horsepower, JCW brakes, and a secret DJ mode. Because when Mini goes full party animal, even the screen wants to drop a bit. But is it all just bits and gimmicks? Or does this little Brit have enough bite to back up the bark? If you're expecting a calm and composed Sunday cruise, you bought the wrong convertible. This is the 2025 Mini John Cooper Works Convertible, and he wants to party. .228 horsepower, 280 pounds-feet of torque, and a 7-speed DCT that snaps through gears like it's swiping left on every Tinder match. The torque bump from 235 to 280 makes a huge difference, especially when you drop it into the go-kart mode and you use these paddle shifters. By the way, no other US mini car gets the paddle shifters. Steering feel still feels sharp, still feels darty, it still got that go-kart feeling. And with 215 by 40 tire size, up from 205 before, it's got more grip than ever. And this car can dance. There are no more Brembo brakes, but these JCW brakes still hit hard. Let me show you. Plenty of stopping power, even without the Brembos. Of course, there is a bit of a downgrade if you want to take the car to the track, because instead of the 4 pistons, it actually uses a single piston with its new JCW brakes. The torquey steering feeling is still there, the chassis is tight and composed, and this car has got more power than you need for a Sunday cruise. And if you want to put it on the track, believe me, you can, because this car, it's fun. Now Mini claims a 0 to 60 times in 6.2 seconds. Let's see if they're right. Oh yeah, and let's see what we got. 5.94 with a 1-foot rollout. Let's do one more run. All right, so one more run with 0 to 60, apparently 6.2 seconds. Let's see if we can beat that. Oh yeah, let's go! Torque kicks in, and 5.82, so a little bit better than what Mini quotes for the new JCW convertible. This Mini JCW convertible, it's still got that go-kart DNA tight steering, a very composed chassis, and a suspension that begs you to drive like a maniac. It's front-wheel drive, sure, and you will understeer if you go nuts. But the whole car wants to play, like a caffeinated Jack Russell with red brake calipers. The F67 is more refined than its predecessor, the F56. It's quieter, more compliant, better as a daily without losing the attitude. Hey, it even gets camera-based driver assist features, so Mini didn't forget the techie types either. Now, of course, just like all the other Minis, you do get 7 different experiences. Right now, I'm in the go-kart mode, but you can also flip into different ones. You have a core mode, a green mode, a personal mode, vivid, timeless, one of my favorites, and balance. Of course, in the balance and the more softer modes, you're getting a different type of JCW, the more calm, serene Sunday drive that I mentioned a little bit earlier. But if you want to go full nuts, if you want to have fun, if you want to party, then all you have to do is this and this. And throw it into a corner, and this is what the Mini JCW is all about. A little bit of understeer, but so much grip from this car. It is ridiculous how much grip you're getting from this car. This new Mini JCW convertible also gets dynamic damping control. So of course, because of that, you can adjust the ride quality quite a bit. On top of it, because of the dynamic dampers, you can actually do a coil-over setup on the car if you'd like to. Naturally, you can configure the modes even more. Go to settings, you have the drivetrain right now in Sport Plus because I'm in the go-kart mode, driving dynamics in Sport, steering behavior in Sport, but you can adjust this individually just like in all the other Minis. The most fun one, DSE off. of course. Now, if you flip into the other modes, not only are you getting this very cool display, the timeless mode, but also a more calm, more serene drive for your Sunday afternoon. The steering, it's not as tight, a little bit more loose. The chassis doesn't feel as composed. The best part about this car is the fact that you can still roll your own gears, kinda. It doesn't have the manual from the previous generation, but at least it's got shift paddles, so you can downshift or upshift as needed. Why no more manual JCW? That is a very good question. The official answer is, well, not all the customers were going to take that manual transmission. But I disagree. I feel like this car, it's meant to have a manual transmission because it's still one of the most analog minis that you can buy today. And if you look at the entire BMW group, it is absolutely one of the most fun small cars that you can drive. And a manual would have been perfect for it. Just as I mentioned in other mini reviews, I do miss a little bit the dashboard behind the steering wheel. The instrument cluster right there was perfect. Now everything is being displayed onto this center display right there, OLED screen, 9.4 inches, which looks great. And of course you have the head-up display just like in the previous generation. But sometimes I do find myself looking down a little bit to the instrument cluster and it's not there anymore. Granted, if you live with a car, you will get used to this new setup. As you can see, it doesn't have the aggressiveness as the go-kart mode, so it takes a little bit more time for that power to build up. That's also the nature of the 7-speed DCT. I've talked about this in the past. It is not the best. There was a choice between this one, Getrag, and the Azin. They went with this one, and unfortunately, it's a little bit different than what you'd expect, because when you floor that gas pedal, especially from, let's say, stop like right now, here we go, it takes about a second for that transmission to couple to the B48 engine, and that's just the nature of that particular transmission. I've experienced this also in the X1, X2, for example, even in the new BMW 1 Series, and it's got exactly the same behavior. Naturally, because these engines will be more revved up in the JCW with a little bit of a more lower RPM, that delay, it's not as obvious, but in the other minis, for example, you will notice it a lot more. To alleviate that behavior, of course, just go into the go-kart mode like right now, and I'm gonna demonstrate one more time, floor it, and the lag, it's not as obvious as before. Overall, the car feels quicker than the previous F57, and that's mostly because of the extra torque. That 45-50 extra pounds-feet of torque absolutely make a difference, not only when cornering, but also in stop-and-go traffic when you need to change lanes quickly. The size of the car, it's similar to the F57. It has grown in certain areas, but it has also shrunk in others. It does have a slightly wider track, which helps quite a bit with turn-ins, and of course with cornering stability and speed, especially when you put the car to its limits. This car is so easy to toss around. It is absolutely brilliant. You can hear the tires, so grippy. And honestly, it just feels so composed, so stable on the road, even at higher speeds than usual. Very, very good Mini. You've done a good job with this car. It might be a little bit less of a mischief as the previous generation, but it's still pretty fun to drive. The F67 feels much more polished from the F57. The ride quality, it's a little bit better. It's quieter and more compliant over rough surfaces. Now let's take a moment to give a shout out to Insta360 Ace Pro 2. This is the camera that we're using today to film the car. It's got a new sensor, over 1 inch in size, an aperture of f.26, 35mm equivalent focal length, a field of view of 157 degrees, and most importantly, video capabilities of 8K up to 30 frames per second. You can shoot 120 frames per second in 4K. The photo resolution is quite good as well, up to 50 megapixels. The screen size is 2.5 inches, but this is the best part. It's a flip touchscreen. Stabilization is quite important filming cars, and it's got a flow state stabilization which provides very, very smooth footage with a horizon lock. You can record up to 180 minutes at 1080p and 24 frames per second, and you can fast charge to 80% in about 18 minutes. The dimensions are quite small, and it only weighs 177 grams. If you need more information about the Ace Pro 2, we're gonna leave a link in the description box below. Now let's talk about the design of the car, and we're gonna start with the exterior. For the JCW convertible, Mini's gone for a cleaner, more polished look, especially up front. There is a gloss black trim which wraps around from the grille all the way to the wheel arches. There are new JCW wheels with the JCW logo. Of course, you're getting this new family of headlights along with a new logo for the JCW. You get a black glass spoiler, new taillights, and a new diffuser, and a single center exhaust pipe. But wait, underneath the bumper, there is a hidden valve that opens up at 3000 RPM. More sound, more fun. Inside, still a Mini, but a little bit more grown up. Of course, you have specific JCW elements like this new steering wheel with red accents right there. A very specific seat for the JCW with red accents as well. A combination of vegan leather and cloth. Red accents on the dashboard. JCW seal plates. And some straps in red and black in the center console. Also on the steering wheel and on the dashboard. But of course, the centerpiece, it's the OLED screen, 9.4 inches, powered by operating system 9. One thing I miss, the classic instrument cluster, which now is being replaced by the OLED screen and by the head-up display. But hey, at least we're getting shift paddles. And you can also see the checker flag on the soft top as well. The JCW seats are also great. They give you plenty of side bolster support. They're quite comfortable, especially when cornering and over long distances. There is no more leather inside the new Mini, so you're getting this black Vescan material with cloth, and of course the red stripes specific to the JCW brand. It's got the B48 2.0 liter turbocharged engine, just tweaked smoother, more refined, and way easier to drive hard or slow. When it comes to the open top, Mini's unique 3-stage convertible top has been retained in this new generation. This top allows the F67 to open partially, creating a sunroof effect, or fully for the complete open top experience. It can retract in just 18 seconds at speeds under 18 miles per hour, which is around 30 kilometers per hour. That's exactly as in the previous generation F57. What's new in this new generation of JCWs are also the advanced assistance systems. This is the level 2 that you're getting in some of the BMW cars as well. The car comes with 12 ultrasonic sensors and 4 surround view cameras for different driving tasks. You're getting adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, and a 3D navigation with augmented reality. Now, when you travel over imperfect roads, like right here in the city, the suspension does feel a little bit harsh, especially in the go-kart mode. But that's the nature of the JCW family. You do have options though. You can always go for the Cooper S, or you can go for the Cooper S with a JCW trim, and that ride will be a little bit more compliant, a little bit more calm, and a little bit more suitable for daily driving. But if you want to have fun, and you want to feel everything that comes from the road through the steering and to your body, this is the car to get. So if your idea of fun is laughing every time you hit a gas pedal and DJing on your screen, then you found your car. I do wish though it came in manual. Thanks for watching.